All right, guys. So in the last video, the last thing that I said was that we were able to figure out the end of page 96 together. And then since the assignment is pages 95 and 96, as long as you get your answers copied down in the online or regular book copy that you have, you can go ahead and submit that to Canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause my recording here really fast while I open up the next assignment, which is pages 97 and 98, I believe. And then we're going to take a look at that together as well. So go ahead and turn in 95 and 96. All right, guys. So you can see here I'm back in modules for week 10. And then if you look on down here, there's pages 97 to 98, which is the next assignment that we're working on. So go ahead and click on that or open to page 97 in your book. And that's the next thing that we're going to work on. So click on this or open it up. Let's take a look at it. All right, so I opened up pages 97 and 98, and of course I like to open them up on DocHub, so let's move on over to that tab and scroll on down to page 97, or of course if you have your book, open on up to page 97. So that continues what we were just talking about, and the 98 I think is the story that we'll be reading tomorrow. So let's take a look at 97. Continuing that story about rock and roll. Here we go. So the close reading is reminding us that the author says that Barry shined a light on many rock stars' paths. How can the context help you understand this figurative expression? Okay, well, I know he probably didn't literally shine a flashlight on where they were walking, right? So I'm going to be thinking about, as I read, what this phrase might mean figuratively, right? What does it mean in this different way of using language? So Barry also revolutionized guitar showmanship with his signature duck walk. It involved playing guitar while squatting and moving forward. One leg would swing back and forth in the air while he hopped on the other one. Chuck Berry has shined a light on many rock stars' paths. Even the Beatles' John Lennon credited Berry's sound and style. He said, if you tried to give rock and roll another name, you might call it Chuck Berry. Okay, well, I don't really see anything in this paragraph talking too much about this line here about shining a light. So I think I'm going to kind of not look as much at that one as I am in the second one. And so after he talked about shining a light on their path, then he started talking about the Beatles and some other people crediting his sound and style. So let's see what we can do with that. Based on the text, which of the following is closest to the figurative meaning of the phrase, shined a light on many rock stars' paths? Well, did he make it possible for musicians to play rock and roll for a living? That sounds like it could be a possible answer. So next to that, I'm going to put an M for maybe. I'm going to put an M for maybe here in a second. Okay. For B, it says, drew attention to the talents of other rock musicians, making them famous. Well, if he's shining a light on the path to being famous, they probably aren't famous yet. So I don't think it's really drawing attention to their talents, making them famous, right? I don't think that's really so much what it's talking about, but A is still our maybe. Let's look at C. Help musicians learn their craft by studying his songwriting and performing. Okay, that could be a good maybe there. That's possible. Studying his songwriting and performing. And then let's look at D. Expose the secrets of rock musicians in the music business. Well, he wasn't ratting anybody out or exposing any kind of secrets, so we know it couldn't be that one. So it says we have to choose now between A and C. So which one is most closely talking about shining a light on their paths? Well, let's look. So it says he shined a light on the paths, and then John Lennon credited his sound and style. If you tried to give it another name, you'd call it Chuck Berry. Well, you know what? It's talking about his sound and his style, right? So maybe if he shined a light on their path, let's see here. Maybe then we might have to say that would have to be answer C here, or it could be answer A. Which one could it be? In the next video, I'm going to kind of break it down and explain which one I chose.